Okay, so that shield first placement is fine.
Oh my god, I love playing against Armis. Genji orb.
I'm gonna shield in 3 seconds.
Genji orb left side.
Pulling Genji now.
Okay. So, first thing is, okay, it's like the shield placement and stuff is fine here, but trying to pull the Genji, because you know he has like deflect going and stuff like that, it's better, since you're like not really gonna do anything against this guy, it's better to keep shooting main and trying to break Ryan shield. The only time you're really gonna orb the Genji is if he dashes into you, because then you can just shoot the ground and then orb him like right back into your team. So like this is a really like risky, it's not risky, but it's like kind of like a waste of a cooldown when you could just be breaking Ryan shield main and then you can go for a pull, or sorry, like pushes out of position, or you know, you break Ryan shield and then you can go for a pull afterwards. Like you only want to go for an orb on Genji if you know he doesn't have reflect, or if he dashes into you, then you just shoot the ground to pull him, like to counter his dive or whatever. But you want to try and be getting as much damage like right now into the Ryan as possible. So you just always want to just be holding mouse 1, because as he's coming through, like that's the only thing he's shooting right now is just focusing that Ryan shield, because he's still at like max shield and they're about to get him to the choke point and he should be like almost to 0. Yes, yeah, that's a good pull. How you'd want to do that.
Genji behind.
See, it's a decent pull on the fire, but see, you still have, yeah, but you still haven't even like the main, like, so the only way you're going to be able to contest this is if you play close, and if Ryan's only like gonna get off the point if you break his shield. So right now they're getting completely free like card push, and like you're doing nothing to try and stop it or anything, so you're just going for free. So you have to be looking to like do something with the Ryan shield, call their break Ryan shield, even if you can even like just sit here at the corner and then stop the payload or whatever, so then and just use your shield as like cover, and then hopefully your healers can like heal you while you do something else. But like backing up and stuff is just giving them free space for no apparent reason, like no reason at all.
We also have me. Can I have Harmony, please?
Dropping in front of point.
Okay. What's your reason for dropping onto point here?
Card stall, mostly.
Okay. Did you know you can stall it from right here, Azurisa?
I did not.
Okay, yeah. You can actually, if you sit right there at the top, you can actually still contest the point payload. So you can just like put your shield, like whatever you want, and then you're still at like that top ledge, and it contests the payload as well.
Can you
So
do that in the front part too, or no? Or is it
yeah, you can do it in the front part. Yeah, that's what I was trying to like get at from being in the front. Like you can stall payload from being like right here. That's what I was like, maybe like if you're not breaking the shield, at least you can sit like walk up here and put your shield, and then you're contesting the payload still.
Yeah.
Because even as like Orion and stuff, if you're trying to play like high ground or something like that, you can actually, that's where you always want to be positioned, is up there. Because it works for the other on second point as well, on that like awning.
We also have me. Can I have Harmony?
So yeah, like right here, you can contest payload. Like when it comes across like here, they patched this spot because that was pretty OP, but you can do it from like right here.
Okay.
So like what you do is you'd be positioned like right here, make sure you're shooting Ryan shield because it's still like full HP, so you're gonna be able to get like 0 value. So while you're here breaking Ryan shield, your hog can either be flanking from like the other side, or you know looking for hooks, or he should be shooting the shield because nothing is. You guys are just like letting him push the cart for free.
Dropping in front of point.
That was a good pull. It's fine.
Harmony sees that.
Yep, so keep picking around shield, that's good. It's a good pull. Hog went a little aggressive. but your positioning and stuff there was fine. Like, it could have been better on the high ground, but playing that bottom spot is still fine because you were breaking Ryan's shield and stuff. And like, as you saw there, like when you were shooting it, actually like broke it and Ryan couldn't do engagements, right? So if you were doing that from the beginning at like the top when they're trying to push through, then he wouldn't have, like, you could have been getting like way more value for either from hooks or just making them like be scared and like cutting back, because you waited to shoot a shield after they already got to around the corner, and by then it's like pretty much already too late.
Soldier, I will nano you during visor, I think. Just be careful if you don't have any heals right now.
Please focus the Pharaoh too.
So they'll have Blade, Shatter, Out.
Everything.
Tactical visor ready for deployment.
No, that wasn't what killed them.
So let's see where you position here.
Bob.
Okay, so this is a good spot. Okay, so what I'm saying is you can contest as Orisa by sitting on like whatever this awning.
You can
So
sit on the awning, you don't slide off.
yeah, you can play right here. You don't
On
actually
the
fall
slant,
off.
right, or-
Yeah, you can actually yeah, you can chill on the slant.
Really low in the back.
Yeah, you can play like all the way like right here and not even fall off.
Nice.
But this is it. But other than that, like this is how you'd want to play Orisa. You want to play like as far away as possible,
Yeah.
which is good.
He's on Mega.
Yeah. Hog, you here with me? Voice Hog. Roadhog?
Hog you in voice, Hog. Feels bad, man.
I'm gonna pull Pharaoh.
Like, unless my friend's playing Roadhog, the Roadhogs are never in voice.
Yeah.
And like, they use their hooks before I pull all the ways. It's bad.
Okay. So right after this fight, okay, if the fight's over and everything, you've had Bongo from the first point, and you still haven't calmed or anything that you want to try and make like a Bongo play, right? So you could have, you went into the next fight, you know, you won it. So this fight, you know, you have to try and, you know, look for a Bongo to try and, you know, stop the momentum as they're pushing through. You know they're on Reinhardt, so you can shoot them as they're coming through the choke points or anything like that. So what you'd want to do is let your team know, hey, let's use Bongos, and then bang, you can, you know, set up here, or if you're going to do it from the ground, then everybody knows to be within like your distance and stuff, because you're just holding on to this for way too long for no reason.
Okay. I'm gonna pull Pharaoh. She's on top of the roof.
So as you see, like, even if you wanted to, like, bang, right here, nobody's dead or anything, you could use Bongos on like the steps, and then now you have it to, you know, break Ryan's shield. They just use bubble, so Ryan is now, you know, he can't really go for an aggressive charge or anything, because you can shoot him as he comes in, because he's gonna have 0, you know, safety, and then you have your shift to stop it as well. So like right here would be like the perfect time to use Bongos if you didn't already have set up on like high ground and stuff, because you made a play beforehand.
Shot on your main. Use Shatter. Sorry, that charge.
Pharaoh's asleep.
That's a decent pull. Everybody's
Wait.
kind of
so
dead
we woke
already.
Up the Pharaoh, but we didn't kill her.
Yeah.
We were in trance. I was in a trance, and I died. And I was at full health.
No, you weren't in trance.
It was so close to me, though.
Yeah, but he was stuck in grab.
Let's see, do you calm to use Bongos?
Should we retest?
We need a
I don't think I calmed these now.
No. Oh my god.
Okay.
Are you throwing?
That guy's angry.
Blade.
Yeah.
Use one.
Looking for the recontest there, like, you did force one of the ults, so it's not like the most ideal. Like, you know, you're not gonna, the only time you really want to like go for those contests if it's like an overtime push or something, because you're kind of just like giving them like more ult charge. But yeah, that's kind of like the only time you want to like do that,
Yeah.
unless you have like a bunch of ults and you think you can get like the retake in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you had Bongos from first, now it's on to third, you still have it. Need to need to use that, because now you could like honestly swap to like a Ryan Zarya or something if you had to like you already used it.
Yeah.
So you're pushing up to this corner is fine. I heard you say you want to use bongos and swap. Okay, that's decent. It's open in the. Okay, so doing the like, yeah, you waited for shield and everything, which is, you know, like perfectly fine and stuff like that, but you can like most ideal whatever, you can like go put yourself like put the bongo like here or something like in the corner, because it's still gonna like hit you, but it's a little bit safer. But they don't really have anything that's can flank and like whatever kill it anyways, so it's still like a good bongo. You still have a shield placement, everything like that, but it's just like the best spot would be like somewhere like there, but that's still, you know, good bongo here. So breaking the shield, that's good. It's a good pull.
Oh my, wait, what?
Okay. Never put your shield on top of this. Unless you're doing like Junkertown push, whatever. Because there's no real reason for you to go up here, because the shield doesn't cover. You put the shield on top, it leaves like this whole section here, which your supports and everything can still get shot behind it. So yeah, it blocks for you, but it doesn't block for anybody else on your team. So it's still better for you just to put it like on like the corner, and then if you really need to, you can just go up, whatever, take some damage for your healers or whatever. But you jumping on top of the payload and putting it there, it makes it so there's, yeah, like see, like you could have just done that shield on that top part, because there's gonna be openings now from the top for your supports.
Yeah.
Oh my, wait, what?
So we'll see if you back out, and then you can probably see. No, you can't, but like you could kind of see it like on that corner. Yeah, this is good that you keep breaking the shield. Almost. It's almost a good pull. Okay. So the only other thing that I would say here is why... Okay, so you're up here. Why do you back up?
Because they're pushing in with Valk.
Okay.
That's what it looks like to me, and I didn't want to get mowed over by a right click.
Okay. You know that your Ana is dead, so they can probably catch, like, Orisa's pretty slow and they can catch up to you. If you stay on point and die here, then you have respawns to like respawn like with plenty of time to come back. Like you'll probably be they'll be maybe by the start of like the bus or whatever, but by backing up, you let the, as you can see, like you'll let the cart push up a good amount, and then because pretty much you're gonna be dead anyways. They're already valking. Orisa's super freaking slow. It's better, it would have been best to just stay on the payload, because then now you can like whatever respawn in time, and then maybe get even like better positioning, because there's no way you're gonna live through that.
Yeah.
And then it forces, and then by you staying on top of or around like that payload, it gives your like supports and DPS a lot more space to like work with, because you're good in line of sight. They can either go like flank on like the top right or something like that. But this is a good Ryan swap here.
Ryan's alone on
Genji on mini. He's one.
Ryan's one. Got him.
Okay, that's a good push.
Let's push out. They have no maintain. Are we all here? Are we all with me?
I'm not with you.
Good, you look behind it. That's solid.
Support.
Make sure they're with you.
Oh, wait, that's not. Back out.
Oh yeah, nice. Chase is dead. Okay, let's get your comment back out. Being purple, nothing really can do about that. So
Did I drop my shield or did I get stunned?
No, I think they just got the purple.
Because I dropped, my shield was at health, and it was down when I got purple.
No, I think you got stunned. Yeah, you got stunned like right. You're still stunned like there, and that's when I got the purple from McCree. So here's fine. Like, see, like I say, how you look how like you're on Ryan, like, you know, sitting here like dying upon not letting it move, like going anywhere. That's what you could have done like at the front. That's like an example of how what you could have done differently on the Orisa. But this is how you'd. That was good. How you died on point there.
Geometry.
Let's see, what ults do you have? Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Close to Zarya grab. Okay, so whenever like you die, you should like, I don't know if you look, if you calm this, but you look at this and be, okay, cool, we're say like, oh, we're close to grab, pocket our Zarya, so everybody knows that like that's what, you know, like they knew, because this is the only, this is like your win condition now. That's the only thing close that's like coming up. So everybody has to know that it's okay. We have to protect Zarya, or we probably gonna end up losing.
Yeah, he nano-bladed.
That's a good pin from spawn. Didn't end up working out, but it's worth a shot.
Touch with their PP. Nah. Oh man.
That's a good wrecking ball swap. Okay. But okay. Rollouts with wrecking ball, okay?
I saved my hook so that I could spin on card. I know.
Oh, okay.
Coming out of spawn, yeah.
Zarya bubbles it.
I guess you did have enough time, so okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Which I'll flip it. I don't know if you're gonna have enough tough time to touch cart.
And my group thinks the reason we lost is because of this mystical guy. Because we have 3 heal mains.
I don't think like they were doing
I didn't think they were doing that bad either.
too bad, yeah.
Then I asked for goats and he goes over soldier again though, so.
Typical. Diamond DPS, dude. It's the luck. Oh, it's because it's an alt account too. That's what he wants.
Video for me is like way behind the audio.
Wait, from this is?
Yeah, but it's whatever. It's fine.
Wait, for like when I'm talking to you, it's behind?
You're saying something like you said it was an alt account, and then like 4 seconds later, I pick up a show that it's an alt account. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, Tracer, McCree, Justice.
Someone asked what software you're using to record the video.
Just in video.
Let him
Or Shadowplay.
You okay with going goats, my friend?
So he's using Shadowplay?
When I used OBS, you know what it looks like.
Yeah. That was quite an experience, I'll tell you that.
Okay, just stay Zen, Moira. It's fine. Or if you want to go main support, I can play Zen. No.
Okay. So this is your comp. Something like this. What's... So you want to run the Bastion? Why do you pick Ryan over Orisa?
Because we had a Zarya, and I played better Ryan that game than I did Zarya, and I knew that, so I chose Ryan over Orisa.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. Orisa, okay, so just Orisa with Bastion is just a little bit better, and so there's... And this is like... Okay, so why would you think Orisa would be better over Reinhardt?
Because the shield is always where you put it, and you can move away from the shield rather than Ryan where it sticks with you. And it's also kind of curved, so you can get protected from the sides a little bit.
Okay, and what's like the one of the main reasons why?
into Bastion's line of sight, or you could block Rhine charges
Yeah.
easier.
So Ryan, like blocking the Rhine, like using your shift for like blocking Rhine charge, because the main goal of your comp is to protect this dude, right? So if you're on cart and you push up towards, you know, like the gas, Ryan can just pin right off the top and get him. Yeah, you can get the counter pin, but then that puts you out of position now to, you know, die or get purpled and everything. So like with the Rissa, let you have like the shield up, you're not going to get purpled. You can stop the Rhine charge, you can pull them off. You can like pull people off the top if they're out of position, then it's easy for your Bastion and stuff.
See everybody, you're gonna get head clicked on.
So this is like, yeah, that's a good spot for Ryan. So your shield isn't like in his face or your arm.
Yeah.
You're fine. I hit 4 with the nade.
Get off point.
Hanzo pop.
Hanzo's behind us above. On his half, on his actual one.
Okay. Take a look at this fight again.
Who's on point? Ryan's on point.
To get the Rhine, perfect.
You're fine. I hit 4 with
Bastion slept.
Get off point.
Okay, you did tell him to get off point, so that's
Behind us above.
that. There's nothing more that you could have done there, because I would have been.
Stayed off point since I called that, but
Yeah, like since it was like their only group to protect like Bastion, you could have honestly just like blocked him and let your whatever shield die, because you're whatever at like max HP. If Bastion dies, you lose because they're up top here. So you could have just held shield like a little bit longer for your Bastion, like
I hit 4 with
just
the nade.
because you're not gonna like swing on there, right? So you just stay up top. Let's bang.
oh, so here I should have stayed up.
You should have, yeah, because like right now your Bastion slept,
Yeah.
and they keep. I think he gets like, I don't know if he gets purpled or not. I think you go back up top or something. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Bastion's purpled right now, so you know you can't get heals. So your main objective is to keep Bastion up. Like there's no way you're hitting this guy. You're not hitting this guy. Nobody. Ryan's dead, so you don't have to worry about like focusing anybody. So it's just you protecting Bastion, and that's because you know that's your win condition. So no matter what going into like this fight, you have to stick with your Bastion, just like how, you know, with like Monkey D.Va, like D.Va's always gonna be with you. Ryan Zarya's always gonna be with you. Like you should be like joined to the hip with Bastion like in these beginning spots, unless he's getting set up for, you know, like up here while you're pushing payload or something. But in the beginning, you always want to be with your Bastion for shield to protect him. So that's the only thing that you could have done differently, is to just block with him no matter what, because then now he dies and then you're not going to be able to beat any of these guys at the range distance.
Yeah.
How do I feel about Bastion as a pick? Bastion's good at certain points in the map. Like I'm not opposed to running a Bastion that throws a lot of people off guard and don't know how to deal with it,
Half on his actual one.
especially for overtime pushes and stuff.
Why am I going back?
Sorry.
So yeah, yeah, here you can't really push up. Your Zarya's kind of overextended. That's all just because like your Bastion died and you can't really do much there.
I was trying to do 180 charge.
Kind of a
do that.
little mess it up, yeah. That's alright.
Is the sense with your shield up different than the sense with your shield down, or not?
No, it's the same. I use the same sense for everything. So I just got used to.
Well, no, like, does it change, like on Widow Scope kind of thing?
Oh yeah. So yeah, when you're holding shield, I believe it's. I don't know actually. I've never noticed the difference, but I know.
I have like a set muscle memory to do like 360 shatter, or not 360 shatters, but 360 shield rotations. And I tried to do half of it right there with the shield down, and I went 90 degrees instead of 180.
Honestly, it could be slower. You could be right. I've never noticed it. I've never tried it because I never had the problem with it. But yeah, it could be. Because I know you like walk slower with the shield. So if you walk slower with the shield, so if you're like walking while you're trying to like turn whatever, yeah, you're not gonna have as much rotation because you're gonna be slower doing the turn or whatever. So yeah, it probably could be like that.
Need line of sight.
Okay, so yeah, back to cart.
Behind us is Zarya. Bastion is behind. Get off guard, get off guard.
Oh my god.
Oh, they just got that purple dragon.
Let her get
Nothing you really could have
so
done
many
against
hands
that.
off. Oh my god.
Did you see where Ana was? Let me see. That she just...
Get off guard, get off guard.
I don't even know where the Ana threw the nade. Oh, probably from up top.
You let her get
Yeah,
so
you had to be
many
blocking the
hands
other way, so they just...
off. Oh my god. How the fuck did I miss that?
Okay. Okay, so one of the main things... Okay, so Bastion's good for the initial, like, first push to whatever. Counter them, whatever. But
Yeah.
you never...
Switch off.
Yeah, you never want to stick on the Bastion comp after the first push because it's really hard to get set up on like payloads and push them. So right when you lose the first fight is when everyone you just swap off. The only time you'd stay is maybe if you have Bastion ult, which I guess you did and you had whatever now, so you did make a play with that. But if you don't swap off it now, it's you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, I think he switches off now, but
Okay.
I know he switches at some point, but I don't know when.
Okay. All
I
right.
should have told him to switch off now, but yeah.
Then looking at this team comp, what would you call for him to swap to? Or what would you want to do?
Hit scan or projectile DPS because they have no shield.
Yep. So Hanzo would probably be, because you don't really want 2 hit scans is kind of like it's not really good. So like Hanzo would probably be like the top, or you could even do a Genji because they have no defensive ult. So it's honestly like free blades no matter what. So you should always be like looking to, okay, what supports do they have? Okay, like what DPS works the best like into their, you know, comp. So like Hanzo can work because you can do the dragon and it's a free wipe, or you can do the blade if he's a good Genji player just because, you know, they can't, oh, what the fuck? Oh, there we go. They can't, you know, counter that or anything. Okay, so he does swap to Genji. Okay, that's good.
Got dragon.
I'll have crap.
So it's kind of up to you for this. Since he did go Genji, you can, since they have a very weak support line, they have a Mercy and an Ana, you could go Winston and then just dive, you know, with your Genji, and then they're honestly, it's pretty free if your Zarya wanted to swap. But Ryan Zarya is still fine as long as your Genji can deal with like stuff solo.
Behind us, now he's in front.
Need line of sight.
That's fine, you could come back in here while you're waiting for shield and purple.
Sorry, I still need line of sight.
Okay, push, we're up. He's in the right click.
Dead.
Okay, this is good, you're calling a push.
First to Nano.
That's good.
I've shattered. They push me. Oh, we ran.
Yeah, okay. So you shattered first, so that was just on your Zarya to not to the grab. You didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I don't think your Zarya said anything.
That's one of my highlights saying you wasted a shadow.
Oh, we ran.
Yeah.
Tracer.
Nothing you really could have done against that one, to be honest.
Man, I got the register for it too.
That's what you call it.
Genji, dash when you're ready for blade, and I'll nano you. Yeah, I got it. I am on cart, so just be careful.
Okay.
Be careful, cart. So I am on cart.
Fuck, pause. Back. Okay. You hit tab. Do you pay attention to what enemy team comp swaps to?
Not very much.
Okay.
Like, really rarely.
Okay, that's... Okay, so after every fight, you want to hit tab because then now you can call it, okay, they swapped Genji, they swapped Hammond. So then now, looking into this next fight, now you know how to where you have to position, right? Because as if they were on Ryan or something, then where would you want to do? What would you want to do?
In the front against the Rhine.
Yeah, so you want to, you want to take space, up here. But against this team comp, if you push up and try and hold space like you would against the Rhine, then Genji, they're also just going to dive your backline and you don't do anything, right? So against this team comp, you're going to want to play like just super counter, let them, jump into you, and then there you go. You can just kill them, and then while you're farming like nano blades and stuff. So it's like super important to always hit tab after every fight and then see what they swap to. So then you know how to play against it, and then one of your teammates isn't gonna get caught out by like, oh shit, dude, they swap to like a Widow, or they swap to this and I got like headshot or something. So it just stops like a bunch of
I am on cart, so just be careful.
mistakes that can happen.
I can't, I don't have line of sight.
So this is fine.
I'm gonna nano you.
This is a good position, yeah, so you can fire stick the doors, so that's solid. Okay. So for that, this whole game, you haven't called what ults they are going to use, and like what ults they have coming up, and like so you know how to like play against stuff. So after like all these fights and stuff, you should call and like say, okay, what ults do they have? So then you know what you need to be doing, because now you're honestly going to this fight. Yeah, they said they're gonna like nano you, but you haven't came up with like any plan like where you want to try and like take the fight, where like what are they gonna do and stuff like that. So you don't know if they're gonna nano blade. If they're gonna nano blade, then you might want to play back with supports, and maybe you can try and go for like a pin or be ready to counter it or something. You want to play too far up because then they're just gonna get deleted.
Yeah.
So you just want to try and make those plans like pre-fight so everybody knows where to need a position. Because then you could be like, oh, Ana, they have nano blade. I want you to stay all the way, back at like our opening side cave, because there's no way he's gonna get to. Or if he does blade you that far, then there's no way he's gonna make it to us like on cart without, wasting the whole like nano blade and stuff like that, right? So that's just the reason why making like plans and stuff like helps you a lot.
Ready?
The biggest reason I probably don't do
no,
that
I'm gonna wait.
is my duo, he does it a lot,
Okay.
and I'm not doing it to myself in my head either though, so I do need to start doing it more, but I just don't say anything because he's going to be saying a bunch of stuff, and then if I just say the same thing,
Okay.
repetition helps, but...
No, yeah, then okay, that makes sense then. If he's like saying it, then that's fine. But when he's not saying it,
Yeah,
then
I should be saying it.
yeah.
No.
Because it's a good habit for you to get it into that.
Charging like a moron. About nothing. I'm for us.
Yeah, a little bit of a little bit of an ambitious charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you're up whatever a couple, right? They have to touch whatever payload. If you wanted to do this charge, end it like there, because you going back here, you're gonna be out of line of sight because now you're behind a wall. Your Ana has to now push out like super far in the open, which is now can like let her get owned by people that like drop down because now she's out in the middle of the open. So it would have been better if you just angle it to, stop out of like a corner, because then they have to push in you anyways. And if they don't, then you're gonna cap and you're gonna win. So I get like you're trying to get like the kills and stuff, but against like an Ana and a Torb, it's gonna be hard to do that because he has the his E ability, which actually just deletes main tanks, and then they have like the nade in the sleeve if you try and get the charge. So it's this is like a very high risk, very like low reward. Like
I wanted the big dick suction charge.
Yeah. So I ended up dying, but it could have been way worse. So that's fine. Paying payload. Okay, that's good. You communicated shatter.
Try and hold blade if you can, because I'm 50 to nano.
Kenji's right here. Kenji's here alone. Actually, it's the whole team. I'm gonna shatter. No, I'm not. Ryan's main. Ryan. Then I can shatter. I did it.
Okay.
I got Ryan.
You let him know they're gonna shatter, so that's fine. I'm getting the Ryan.
Nope. You're LOSing me. Ken's your partner.
Need more healing.
Alright, let me see if you could have done that a little bit differently, but I don't.
Backed out more, I guess.
Yeah, like, okay. So, I know you gained, like, you jumped to, like, the right, and after you see the Zarya die, okay. I guess, okay, I think you're probably going to die no matter what to either the Genji dash or the Ana nade. So, I'll just chalk it, like, yeah, I don't think there was much more you could, like, actually could have gotten away with that, because they're from all sides.
It's a shame.
We can nano blade this next fight.
We'll just nano blade next fight.
Shattered or grabbed.
We both said it.
Alright, I'll let your team know now, so now you know it's probably getting close to shatter. Okay. I don't... Was your whole team with you?
At least
No.
one person.
Okay.
Shattered or grabbed.
Okay, so, you know your Zarya is dead?
Well, I didn't, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Should've known.
Okay, so yeah. So, paying attention to that kill feed, 'cause now you're gonna push up without your off tank, and then that's kind of what happens, because now you get purple, you have, like, no bubbles. There wasn't really, like, any reason whatsoever, like, you didn't have to touch it to get the payload. I was kind of just probably too focused on something.
Hyper focusing on team comp, or our team, what we should be doing.
Yeah. So it was just a little bit of a misplay there.
Yeah. Two. Oh, and
I am moving the payload.
we're stacked
Fall
real hard.
is here.
It's tied right now.
Yeah, but they have spawns.
Okay, I don't think they shattered yet. So I think you should be calling that. I don't know if you did call
I
it.
didn't think he had it yet.
Okay. Because it's been like 3 fights, and you did that one little bit of like an int. So you,
Yeah.
so that's like you actually get like a pretty good amount of ult charge from
Yeah.
that. So like going into the fight, like whoever 3 fights, he probably has it like 100, like almost 100%. So it could have ended worse if you try to do that like pin to whatever point. But now that you know he has shatter, then you should. Okay, so going to these fights, you call that if you thought Ryan had shatter. So okay, Ryan has shatter, then let your team know which side to be playing on, right? So be like, hey, I'm playing right side. Hey, I'm playing left side, because there's like so many times that, you know, you'll be playing one side and then your shield won't be covering it. So then Ryan's just gonna come here and then shatter everybody that's like on the left side, or if they're on the right side. So just letting your team know like which side they need to play on, especially when you're trying to like the payloads like this, because it's super hard to get the block, because he can just move and then you have a big ass payload in the way that you can't like rotate over to that side. So that's good shield management, dropping it so you can get knockbackers as hog. So that's really good. Nice, that was a good block. Okay. So, I know you want to try and get this pin on... Okay. Yeah, okay. So he's nano bladed and everything. You don't want to just turn, like, it's so close. Like, it's one thing if he's super far away from everybody, but you're so close to like the fight that it's 100% not gonna probably like work out. Wait, did I back up in time? Yeah, okay. So yeah, so like here it would have been better for you just to stay like on the front line and try and like focus on. You can even like block like the on a heals by like holding your shield, and maybe your team can end up like whatever killing you and stuff. If they were farther back, then yeah, I'd say okay, cool, you can try and go for like the pin or something. But they were so close that it's just not like worth it, because you're gonna get so much damage. Then you got like, you know, you got slept and stuff like that, because it's really easy to get those. It would have been better just to like hold your shield and then try and work on getting like your ult, get some like swings, fire strikes or something like that. Build that up.
What just happened? God. What just happened to my body? Did I block the shatter?
I'm pretty sure you blocked it, but I think the bubble might have helped since you're in the air. But either way, I think that was a pretty good block.
We're gonna nano Ryan into grab, okay?
My ultimate's ready. Let's go.
Okay. I don't know if he said he had shatter. Let me just turn
I
this
didn't
up.
say that he had shatter. I said I will.
You'll get shatter again.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, after the nano.
Okay. So always want to make sure you know for 100% now that he has shatter. Like, hey, enemy Ryan has shatter, so then your team knows to, you know, play shield or play in a position where they know they're not going to be in front of Ryan, right? So
I actually didn't think he had shatter because he died last fight, and I didn't think that the fire strike hit anyone else either. So I expected him to be around 60 to shatter, and I was wrong.
yeah, I think it's been like 14 fights, something like that. So even on like
He just shattered last fight.
oh shit, I didn't even pay. Oh yeah, I didn't even pay attention. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think I would have either. Then, but I like zoned out there.
You're engaging without your main kills again. Okay, I'm with you.
See, now he's shattered.
Yeah.
Frank,
And I didn't think about that. So
oh my god, you got
So yeah,
another
that's
one?
good.
What?
Wait, I don't know how you didn't.
I don't know.
Wait, I don't know how they didn't pin that guy though.
Frank, Frank has shatter.
Stuff like that.
Oh my god, you got
Happens every
another
game.
one?
He was below me. I don't know.
Yeah, but it made like
Got
the
another one?
it made like it knocked him or whatever. That I think you got skamazed on this one, dude.
Yeah.
You got pretty hard skamazed
Another one?
because it knocked.
How'd that
Yeah.
not hit? I had no shield.
Yeah, you got
How did he get his
got
shatter
skamazed.
again?
He didn't have a
A lot of
shield, he's full
damage.
HP, but
Yeah.
What do you mean when?
He literally used his shatter like.
Yeah, but when you...
yeah.
Shatter
When you
again.
do damage. I know, Jacob. When you do damage, you get shatter.
Yeah, I don't. So you guys were in grab. It's hard to say like, since you were close to yours. I know like you're trying to go for like the shatter play and everything. I don't know if he got nanoed or not.
You got another one?
Yeah, honestly, it would have been hard to tell.
How'd that not hit? I
It would have been hard to tell like no matter what. The Genji blade already got like, whatever, so many. But yeah, I think you just got skamazed really on. Because if you would have got the pin. Okay. So bringing it back to whatever, a pre-fight thing, right? If you guys say what ults they have coming up, right? So you can say, okay, they have Zarya Grav. So then you know your supports can play, you know, like super far back. It's only you like pushing up, trying to focus on something.
You're engaging without your main kills again.
Because then you know, okay, so they only did get you, so that's fine.
Frank,
Oh, I don't have a shield.
Yeah, it comes up after, because then you get this pin,
another one?
bang, and then now you have it
how'd that
up.
not hit?
But
Shield.
it wouldn't have mattered. Like, yeah, you could have blocked it, but your Genji was so deep in the back line. You had to pretty much play point up there. So
Yeah, but when you do damage, you get shatter. He just swung.
oh, didn't check the bottom.
This is the same way
Feels
Genji
bad.
4 ults and 4 fights.
Okay, so you have Shatter coming up here. That's a good Shatter.
Ryan, get the Ryan.
Loading.
Okay, so the only thing that I'll like whatever say was bad about this. Okay, so you're pushing up. You couldn't. So the times that you do those like payload shatters and stuff is because you know 100% that the Rhine or something or other people are gonna be other side, right? So you're walking up, you don't really see like anything. So like if you were like on like this side, then you can see, okay, there's this many people. Okay, cool. Now I can, you know, shatter behind. Or if you like peek this side, you can see. So I get like you're trying to be like, okay, I'm thinking since it's overtime, there's gonna be people like on the payload.
Like I see the cards contested, so expect people to be on the card.
Yeah. So then you end up getting like whatever, like the Zarya, but if you would have waited like on like whatever hindsight, then you could have like waited for them to like, you know, push up, and then now you can get, you know, like a team shatter possibly because Ryan did that pin to point or whatever, so then you can just, okay, now it's easy, now I can shatter everybody because they have like zero, like nothing to go on. So it could have been better. Like I see what you were going with it, but yeah, that's just a tiny little thing.
Don't have one.
So that's good. You're cutting back to the backside of point,
Still 60
so that makes
away.
their Rhine out of position, so that's good.
I missed my sleep on him.
Honestly, in that engagement, the only other thing was like the Rhine shatter, but kiting back and everything is like 100% what you'd want to do. You did it, you know, perfectly. You made that Rhine come out of position. It's just, I think their Genji was doing a little too much on a little too much work.
Okay.
But overall, like honestly, like that VOD was like actually like not that bad. The only thing is like the small little making of the game plan like before the fight happens. So like going into the fight, you know, okay, he has Shatter, they have Grab, they have Nano Blade, they have this. Okay, so then now everybody knows like where they need a position, and then you can even look for like a counter ult or something like that. Like going, like everybody just knows like what they have to, like where to position, like what to do, so nobody's like caught off guard. And then just like hitting tab and then looking at what team comp and like switches and stuff like they have. But way better than like the last one. They actually, you know, blocked the shatters, did like really good on like the kiting mechanics and stuff like that. So honestly, not that bad, dude. Not that bad. It wasn't like any like really big super mistakes that I would see, other than just like the calming stuff.
So basically, ult track the entire team, enemy team, instead of just the Rhine now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that will just like come, okay, it's been a couple fights or whatever, so even if you don't even have to, you can ask the team, right? So sometimes I don't know the ults. I'm like, hey, what ults do they have coming into the fight? So you even have to know ult track. It's just you asking your team, and then everybody's thinking about it. Okay, I saw him use this ult this time. Okay, I'm pretty sure he has it, because then like if the Zarya on your team probably knows like a good general, you know, percentage. If they've been doing way more work, then they know they have Grav, then okay, cool, he probably doesn't have it. Or if they don't have it, but that person Zarya did so much and he knows the Zarya's Grav, so then he can let your team know, right? So it's just like getting people thinking about, you know, the game and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you even have to be the one doing it. You can just have other people do it, but you're just the one like initiating the conversation.
Okay.
But I don't know, other than that, dude, it's in the right direction. Like I don't really see anything too bad with that one that was too bad.
Okay.
So good job on that.
Thanks for the VOD review.
Yeah, no problem.
Again.
So now you just do another one with, maybe we'll try and work on like the comms like a little bit, just the even if like your friend is like saying like all this stuff, maybe have a VOD where it's, if you're not playing with your friend, like where if you doing like the comms and stuff, so then I can see like when you're doing it, if you're doing it at like the right times, and if you're like consistently, you know, like doing it and stuff like that, because that's when that's to honestly make it from you know, like Diamond, Masters, GM, like top of 100, and like top 100, like oh well, it's all about like consistently
Yeah.
or
Not
consistency.
very consistent.
So then, yeah, so you're always doing the things 24/7. It's not like a rare occurrence where you're randomly just blurting something out, right? So, yeah, other than that, just work on that and then submit another one, and we'll see what you need to work on from then.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.